Hi, everybody. This is Jenny Date from Hidden Path Astrology. You can find me at hiddenpathastrology.com. And this is short answer number 5. And my question for you today that I get all the time from clients is, what are all those blank spaces in my chart? So that's a question I really want to get at. So in order to illustrate this, let me first show you the chart of a famous person. This is the chart of Angela Davis, who's an incredible speaker. Long history here, but I just wanted you to take a look at the chart. So what I'm talking about is somebody like Angela Davis coming into my office and saying to me, I don't, what are these big open spaces? Like, why don't I have anything there? Like, what's wrong with me? I do get this question quite a bit. So I just want to say before we go any further, that first of all, everybody has houses that are not accented in their chart, and that's what these blank spaces are. Everybody has all 12 signs. You can see the zodiac signs in color here. Everybody has all 12 houses, which are simply areas of your life. And everybody has all the planets somewhere. And these other points, like the ascendant, the midheaven. So I just want to assure you, everybody has all of these pieces, and it is a holistic blueprint for your life path and just the unfoldment of your life in general. So that's the first piece. Um, Now, if you look at all the houses that do have planets in them, I would just say that those are focal points. Like that's where the chief lessons are for Angela Davis. This is where she's going to really be working to overcome obstacles, to grow, to mature. And for her, a really big one is you just can't help but see that her sun and moon are up here in the 10th house. That's just a huge statement about her being in the public limelight, her career, and what she has to offer. So I want you to get that piece, and just to understand it really is a holistic blueprint and everybody has all of it. So that's the first thing. Now, the second thing I want to mention is this thing called rulerships. And I'm mentioning this because just because she's got, the 11th house and the 12th house and the 7th house and the 3rd house empty doesn't mean that those places aren't important. In fact, what you do in these blank houses is you look to see what sign is on the cusp. So we have Scorpio, we have Cancer, Aries, and Pisces. And what you do is you would look up what planets are associated with these signs. And then you would consider those planets to be ruling this area of life. For example, her 7th house of relationships and one-on-one interactions, she's got Scorpio there. So even though the house is blank, she could look to the planet of Mars, because Mars is one of the rulers of Scorpio. She might also look to the planet Pluto and find out what's happening there to understand to give her more information about her 7th house. I'm not going to go into any more detail, but I will make more videos about rulership in the future. But just to assure you that these places are very important and they're going to be activated throughout your life. So that's the second point I want to make. One being it's the holistic blueprint, two, the whole rulership scheme. And the final point I want to make is even if you have, all of these things like this, even when you have these blank spots, the planets are all still moving around the sky as we speak. So you will have transits in these houses. So, for example, with Angela Davis, I just got to shut that down for a second so I can show you the next slide there. She is going to have transits affecting these parts of her life. So even though her 7th house was blank in her natal chart, and that's what you see in the center ring, that's still her natal chart, the one we just saw with all that Aquarius in the 10th house. But you will see, as she gave this very public speech, that there was a ton of stuff in her 7th house. So, not only is this house very much active, but wow, this is really important because what she was doing was giving a transformative speech that affected people on a one-on-one level who are in that crowd. And that's what this is a symbol for. So no matter what, her 7th house was lit up during that day. And this just illustrates the simple point that just because you see those blank spots, it doesn't mean there's something wrong or those spots don't have any meaning or there's some part of your life that is missing or you're flawed. All right. Well, I hope this answers your question. Please drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of this video, and I will see you next time. Thank you.